You already know. We are going back to Disney.
Again.
We are planning another Disney trip. This will be trip number 3.
In 99 days.
Yes. We leave on our trip in 99 days. So we are going in the end of February into March. We're going to be there for my 30th birthday. So we've had a hotel booked for a while. We originally booked the Drury Hotel in the Disney Springs area. So it's not a Disney hotel, but it is recognized for some of the things. Like you can get early park entry and you can do the dining, preferred dining. But it doesn't count for the Lightning Lane multi-pass. You don't get the like staying on property high cat perks for that part of it. So we had that booked, but then Disney came out with a discount for Canadians. And so I actually found that we could stay at Pop Century for cheaper than we could stay at Drury. So what I ended up doing was booking the Disney package with 8 park tickets, because the more you go, the cheaper it is. So it's like by the time we added on 8 days, it's like it was barely any more money for us to go to a park again, rather than just like going for like 4 days or something like that. So I did Pop Century for 4 days and park tickets for 8 days, which gave us the Disney package. So then we also get all of the extras from buying those packages. So like discounts, free mini golf, those kind of things. We will have access to free water park on the first day, but we're not going to be able to use it, I don't think. You're so weird. Also, it's going to be like cold-ish. I know it's Florida, but it could be cold because it's going to be February. So we might not want to go to the water park. Anyways, with us having 8 park days, we can technically go to every park twice. I don't want to plan that specifically. We've never been to Hollywood Studios, so we are definitely going to Hollywood Studios this time. Okay, so Epcot is fun because we are there right in the overlap of festivals. I'm going to have Epcot be our last day, because then we can get a little bit of both festivals. That'll be really cool. I want to go to Magic Kingdom for my birthday. That's where I want to be. And we'll definitely do Magic Kingdom twice. We'll probably do Animal Kingdom twice. I really want to try to get there. I know I've talked about this in my other videos. I really want to get there in the dark to try and see Pandora in the dark. We'll see. We'll see if we can make it work. I definitely want to go to Disney Springs on my birthday as well, so we won't be at Magic Kingdom for the full day, because then I can get birthday freebies there. I decided to stay at Drury because the price is, well, for what we booked at least, we had a discount when we booked it. And so it was cheaper than like, and even the value Disney resorts. You get free breakfast, and then they also have snacks at supper time called kickbacks that is free. And then you get free alcoholic beverages every day too for anybody that is 21 and older. So and they said that the snacks is like equivalent to a full meal. So it's basically free supper and free breakfast. Now, I am kind of worried that's like, are we going to be making it back to the hotel enough times to be using that? So we'll see how that part goes. It is by Disney Springs, so you can see the fireworks from the location. There is a pool. They have like a 24-hour arcade. It's a 15-minute walk to Disney Springs. So there is a shuttle, a Disney shuttle that goes to the parks. But then even if we're just walking to Disney Springs, we can use Disney transportation once we're there. So that'll be really good, especially even if we're like resort hopping or stuff like that, which we do want to do. I want to go to Port Orleans French Quarters because I really want to go for the beignets. We're obviously, yes, Tiana's beignets, which I know you can get in the park now, but we still want to go to Cat's Cafe. I'm less focused on trying to book dining reservations this go round. I do want to get Chef Art Smith's. We did try it last time. Well, I tried it last time because when we were walking around Disney Springs, we stopped and got some moonshine there. But I have heard that they have some of the best mac and cheese. And Disney mac and cheese is the thing that I miss the most. It's almost every day. I'm like, I just want Disney mac and cheese. So we have to go there. And that is one that is harder to get a reservation for. So we're definitely going to do that one. When it comes time that I can book dining, I'm going to look at Space 220. We've done it once, so it's not something we have to do. I prefer the lounge probably because I don't feel like we need to do the whole meal experience, but it's really cool to go up in the elevator and just to be up there. And so comparing Drury and Pop Century again, Pop Century will be nice because it is a Skyliner resort. So then we have access to the Skyliner as long as the weather's good, which will be nice for our Epcot day. I think that day we're going to try and rope drop Remy's since we'd be coming in from the back of the park. And then our last day we'd be coming from Drury, so we'd be in the front. So maybe that time we will rope drop Frozen? That's what I'm kind of thinking. So I have been looking, this has been probably the biggest change since our last trip is there's no Disney Genie Plus anymore. And it is Lightning Lane Multi-Pass. The amount of videos I've been watching trying to understand it and figure it out and figure out what's going to be our best bet. So no, we don't have to make park reservations anymore, but we do have to book those multi-lane multi-passes ahead of time. So I already have to know which park we're going to on which day, basically. From what I've seen though, because they do a tier system, and I've been looking at the times of like what wait times are like, I don't think that we're going to need it at most of the parks. I do think Magic Kingdom, definitely for one day, we are going to use it. So we'll get it for then. But the other ones, I'm going to try not to, I think. Another thing that I am coming up against is Ava is all of a sudden scared of rides. I don't understand. She's been on all of them when she was 5, but now that she's 8, all of a sudden she doesn't think she can ride them. We went to West Edmonton Mall last month and she went down some of the scariest slides there. You're not strapped into anything, you're just free falling out of the air. And that was fine, not scared at all. Rides, forget about it. Forget about it. So she does not want to ride Tiana's Bayou Adventure. I am not going to Disney and not riding Tiana's. That's also how I feel about Tron. So I think I'm going to use Disney's nanny services and have an in-park nanny for the minimum time you can get them for is 3 hours. So she would come to the park and hang out with us so that I can go on those rides and she can hang out with Ava, whether they're going on like a walk-on attraction or something like that. So I'm going to prioritize doing Tiana's Bayou and Tron and Space Mountain, because those are ones that Ava will not go on. So I'm picking to have her when we're at Magic Kingdom so I can go on those ones. There are a few other parks with rides that Ava won't go on, but it's kind of whatever. So next thing comes, Tiana's is the hardest to get on multi-pass. So that's gonna be my first priority when it comes live. And what I was thinking is that because I am a resort guest, I can book a week out from the beginning of our stay for our whole stay. Well, our Disney resort stay is 4 days. So I thought that that was going to be our best bet. But then when I went and looked into the multi-pass rules and how it works, if you can book 3 days out of your park tickets if you're not a guest. Okay, well, I have 8 days of park tickets. So 8 days from, and then 3 before that, the way that it works out, it just ended up being we'd have a better chance with doing it that way than doing it with our Disney stay. It's super complicated, but I've kind of figured it out. So I know which day I think I want to book, try and do Magic Kingdom that day, try and get Tiana's. And if I don't, then I can wait a few days so that I hit that 3 window and then I'm further into March. And so if I can't get Tiana's in that beginning, then I'm going to try for it in the later. And then once I kind of have that, then I have an idea of when to book this nanny. And I do think I'm going to buy Tron for that day so that I can try and make sure that they're close together, because with the virtual queue, you really have no idea when you're gonna ride. And then I don't think Space Mountain is going to be hard at all to fit into a 3-hour time period with those other 2 rides. But we're gonna be flying out at like 3 p.m. Maybe it was even later than that. And so we could be at the parks, I figured, until like noon. So like maybe even on the day that we fly out, we will go do the park. I'm not really planning on using Uber and Lyft as much as I did last time and hoping to kind of rely on Disney transportation more. This is a slower time than we've ever gone before. I think most of our days, so on the crowd calendar, most of our days that were there are green. Part of it is yellow, and that's just meaning it's a little bit more busy. So we should be pretty good, I think, for that, which is going to help for transportation and rides and everything like that. I am a little nervous about the weather because I know last winter I was watching Florida weather because I have Orlando as one of the cities on my app. And there were days where it was like +4, even into negatives, like early in the morning. And then it does get warmer. And from what I've seen, it generally runs between like +14 to 24 Celsius, which when we're sitting here in Florida in February and it's -40, when we get down there and it's +20 or +14, that's going to feel great. But it's like, if the mornings are really cold, we might want to have mitts. We might want to have like sweaters and all of that kind of stuff. So it's like, I'm definitely gonna have to take that into consideration for packing, which is going to be a lot different than our other trips because both of our other trips were May. So it was already like full on summer weather. It was +40 the whole time we were there pretty much. Another thing that's going to be very different this year is Ava is too big for a stroller, which really sucks. Last time we took that fold-up stroller and it was amazing to have in the airport. It was amazing to have in the park so that we could just go further and do more because she was sitting for most of it. She's a lot of it, at least, in the stroller. And then you're shopping or the bag of stuff that we have that we might need while we're in the park. Like if we have a change of shoes or a sweater or ponchos or all of that kind of stuff. Even when we buy drinks or food, like sometimes we'll be eating our corn dog nuggets, but it's time to go on a ride. So we'll just like stick it in something in the stroller and then leave it and go. We're not gonna have the option no more. She's too big. I'm gonna have to carry my own sweater. Like, what are you talking about? All of my shopping. I kind of hummed and hawed because I know that we can get like the Disney strollers there. They're very expensive. They're big and bulky. They're not very comfortable. So I think that'll be a last minute thing. Like if she's really struggling, we might. I do think I'm going to rent lockers probably most days. That way we can have our, if we need a change of shoes, our sweaters, especially if the weather is going to be so back and forth. But I think that's kind of the gist of where we're at with planning. Like Ava said, we are 99 days out. So I might do a video when it's time to book multi-pass and when it's time to book our dining reservations, let you know how that went, what we have, how booking the nanny goes. So I might do another one, but if not, our next one might be our actual trip. We have decided we do want to vlog still. I have kind of wondered like a few times, I'm like, would it be more fun to not vlog so that we can be more in the moment of what we're doing and not worrying about getting the footage? But we did that on our Edmonton trip. We were actually in Alberta for a week and we did quite a few different things. And we both kind of agree. It's like, no, we like vlogging. Like I like the way that it adds to the experience and just being able to rewatch it because we do rewatch our videos and just reminisce kind of thing. And we do prefer vlogging. So we're definitely going to vlog this trip. And I'm super excited. And that's everything for now. So thanks for watching. And we'll talk to you later. Bye.